Timestamp. What was the timestamp on that joke? 1930.
Okay, cut it all.
Cut what Will said.
All our we're gonna have like 15 show notes that are all just timestamps of cut what Will
Every
said.
note is just, and they're never bad. They're just.
Are you actually
dumb.
writing cut what he said?
I said cut what Will said. I mean,
no, don't do that.
I'm joking. It's a joke for me later.
God damn it! How many times are you gonna tell me you're joking?
I'm writing it down, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm serious about it.
That doesn't translate to me. The only time I write shit down is when I'm serious.
Oh, I write everything down. I learned that lesson the hard way.
No, I've learned my lesson that writing shit down does not matter to me because I will forget that I wrote it down.
Oh, yeah. Well, you still do that. I still forget things I wrote, but I'll find it because I write them down in places where I'll look.
Yeah, no. The second I think this is somewhere where I'll look, I will never perceive that spot ever again.
Yeah.
You know, like the universe is conspiring together. It's like when I say I'm going to remember it's there, that's when I immediately forget that it ever existed and it doesn't exist. And it's very, what the bleep do we know that I stop perceiving it. So then it disappears. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Do you remember that movie?
What the bleep do we know?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Like
I remember the name.
Dumb, like, metaphysical.
This sounds like a loose change, like Al Gore.
I think kinda.
Type kind of like bullshit.
A movie all about like how like if you're not looking at it, it's not there, and like
my God.
Very like I feel like they made like a 2002 metaphysical movie off just someone got the elevator pitch of Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat, and they had just seen The Matrix, and they were like, "Oh
yes.
fuck,
dude,
okay.
For real." Yeah, not kidding. That's exactly what that movie is.
Like I have this moleskin that's like truly probably the first time ever, front to back, every page in this is filled. And I will go back and I will read it.
Ew.
That's so
weird.
Just to look for things that I wrote down but forgot. And be like, what did it's like I need an idea. I know there's an idea in here. What did I miss? Like there's something I missed or something I forgot. And you know what? I never find what I'm looking for, but I always find something. So
see, that was good ASMR. Little.
Oh, did I do a little moleskin?
Oh, that's good. No, that's good shit.
And
you ruined it. Everyone's out.
Everyone's done. Horse races.
What?
Is that the song?
Oh, yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
It's called William Tell, I think.
I don't know what that is. William Hell, more like. It's talking about my life.
William, tell me what the fuck it means.
William, tell me another joke. Yeah, glad you asked.
Got a ton of them. Got a million.
Built them. That's all I got.
Endless supply of it's cool. Done.
And
actually,
that's all.
Sorry.
And the well is dry. Sorry, folks. Well is dry.
Oh.
Sorry, folks. Human bodies are gross.
I hate to break it to you.
Hate to break it to you, but this body's gross and the well is dry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's why don't we pop in? Why don't we
jump on in to today's thing? Hey, Alexa, what do you have for me today?
You always get such a weird attitude when we're getting into
You know what? Now we got to talk about a thing. Now we got to make it. You had to make it about business. We were all having a good time. Now here we are.
Here we are.
Talking shop.
Shop and pop and lock. I don't know. Sometimes I say shit and I'm like, man, I'm in my 30s for sure.
Yeah. You use the double tier emoji.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone's
it just
like,
so accurately conveys what I want to say. Anyway,
It just gets it across.
the double tear emoji is my sleep paralysis demon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, we're talking sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis. Do you get sleep paralysis a lot?
Okay. I'm glad you asked because I really don't. I've had it 2 times that I can remember in my life. However, one of those times was last Saturday night while y'all were out of town.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's wild.
it was the first time it's ever been scary. Which, I mean, out of 2 times, 50% of the time, it's scared me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But luckily, I knew.
Yeah. Batting a 500 here.
Yeah, which is great batting average.
Hey, actually pretty good. From what friends of mine who like baseball tell me, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's really good, actually. If you have a batter that's batting 500, they're doing great. 300
that's
is like
all-star.
Awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, if I was a batter, I'd probably bat like 1,000, honestly. I'd probably just do 1,000.
Literally impossible, I'm pretty sure.
I just hit a home run every time. Why not? If that's an option.
If that's one of the options that you're presenting me, then that's what I'll do.
Yeah, why aren't these batters just doing that?
That's a great point. They need to try harder.
It's clearly an option. I don't know why no more people don't take it.
I don't know either.
Okay, so you had sleep paralysis.
I did.
For the second time in your life.
And I had it. I don't know that it was twice, but it was like 2 different scenarios. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And the scary one was literally that I was just laying in bed, and I felt like a hand stroke the back of my head. And then pull.
What position were you sleeping in?
I was on my side, so behind me. It was stroke through my hair, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And then it grabbed a chunk of hair and pulled really hard.
Oh shit!
And I was just like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "Wait, nope." And I was just like, "Hold on, okay." And then so it stopped, and I was like, "Oh, sleep paralysis. Weird. I haven't had that since I was 8." And
you were like, "Huh, sleep paralysis. This is only the second time that's ever happened to me, and the first time it was scary."
And the first time should have been scary. Anyway, let me finish. I was like, man, I wish Brad was here, and I sleep paralysis that I was laying in the bed, and he was standing next to the bed, and he goes, "I am here."
Oh no.
And I was just like, "Oh yay!" And then being happy about it woke me up. But what the weird thing is that the image of him, so in the sleep paralysis, it was daytime, and he's standing over the bed saying, "I am here." And I'm like, hooray. And then I wake up and it's dark, but there's
nighttime.
still the image of him where he was standing.
Oh shit. Hell yeah.
And then it just faded away. And I was like, that's a bummer.
You were like, is Brad dead?
Yeah. I truly, for a second, I was like, something happened.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
But the first time I ever had sleep paralysis, it was so weird because it was sleep paralysis, but it wasn't the way a lot of people experience it. That I was in my childhood bedroom, and I had a built-in of shelves, and I had some dolls and stuff on the shelf, stuffed animal type dolls, Raggedy Ann type, not creepy.
Nothing creepy at all about that.
Miss Alexander or whatever, Madame Alexander dolls.
Oh yeah, nothing. Raggedy Ann, not creepy at all.
Even though
nothing
Annabelle,
creepy about a shelf full of dolls.
is no, but it was a rag doll. It wasn't an actual
That's scary
Raggedy
as hell.
Ann.
That's so scary.
If you saw the doll, you'd be like, nah, it's not that scary.
Every doll is scary.
Disagree. This one truly was not scary. I promise.
Okay, let's hear the rest of the story though.
But I wake up in my bed, and I'm laying on my side looking at the dolls, and one of them's holding an axe. So that doll was scary because of the axe.
Yeah, the axe makes it scary.
But it was more of like, why is that? Is that an axe? And I wear glasses, so I like.
Where are my glasses? Is that an
couldn't
axe?
see for sure. I was like, surely something's laying, and my brain is telling me it looks like an axe. But if I stand up and go walk over and look at it, it won't. It's not an axe. But every time I tried to get out of bed, I would like sit up on the edge of my bed, stand up, start walking towards the doll, and then all of a sudden I'm in my bed, like kicking my little legs around.
Kicking her like, little feet.
What the heck is going on here?
I'm in some kind of puzzle, and I'll be darned if I'm going to figure it out.
So after a couple times of that, I actually wake up.
Repeatedly trying to stand up.
Oh, I tried it so many times, like 5 times probably. And I finally like wake up, but I'm not sure I'm awake. So I like sit up and I'm like, okay, this feels like I'm sitting up. I'm pretty sure I'm sitting up. And I like take one step. I'm like very like that one Christmas movie with the claymation, one step in front of the other, when they try to teach like miser how to walk or whatever.
Teach it the old ice Scrooge.
And then I went up to the doll. She wasn't holding anything. It was just the fucking doll. And that was the first and only time I've ever, besides last weekend.
It was the first and second only time. Well,
it was the first of 2 times that the only time I've ever.
If we could all have such a blessed life.
I know. You have had the scariest.
I get the most insane sleep paralysis.
Yeah. And what's crazy about it, the big question for me that you asked earlier was,
let's bring it down a notch.
Okay.
What is sleep paralysis? Where is it from? And what is Alexa's one big question about it?
Okay.
Hey, I want to stop you right there. And I want to say, folks at home, sleep paralysis is no laughing matter. We're here to get to the bottom of it. And Alexa has one burning question at the heart of this whole mystery. Alexa, what is that burning question you have?
I hate you so much.
Yeah, we have the same question.
Yeah, we had the same question, which was, why does everyone see like the same lineup of entities?
There's like a
hag.
Golden corral. There's a golden corral of characters that everyone tends to see around the world. People are seeing this golden corral.
A ragtag bunch of horrifying demons.
This real Hogan's Heroes of. And yeah, the question being like, why the hell is everyone seeing the same people? What is okay now?
So we've got like three.
Let me say the 2 I think I know, and then you correct me.
Okay.
There is obviously there's like a scary man in a hat.
Yeah, the man in the hat.
The man in the hat, and then there's like, is there like a wicked witch?
Yeah, she's called the hag.
The hag. Okay, sure.
And then there is, oh Jesus, there's just like a demon. And
okay, yeah, just devil man.
Right, but that's usually the one that like people report as like sitting on them.
Right.
Like the hag and the man in the hat are often like in the corner or like at the end of the bed.
Hate that.
Yeah,
many of mine.
Like,
so many of mine are end of the bed. Yeah. Which
do I want
roll of dice?
Close sitting on me or just off, like being scary from far away?
Man, I wish mine were so simple, but they never are. They're always absolutely fucked.
Well, hey, Juicebox ASMR.
You're the hag at the foot of the bed opening a juice
doing
box.
ASMR.
Yeah. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. I'm the hag.
Hey, listen to that.
Ooh, that's the straw breaking the seal.
I like it has one of the, like a telescopic straw.
Oh, nice. Don't jack off the straw.
All right, let's see if this is good sake. It's
yeah, that looks cool.
It's like the lucky cat, but it's a dog, and it's like teal
Yeah.
and red and yellow. It's for a coat.
What would you call that breed?
That's probably a Shiba Inu.
Shiba. Yeah. Okay. That's what.
See,
Yeah, it's very cute.
so cute. I don't
And
love.
pretty healthy pour.
I don't love that it doesn't say the.
Well, it does. It's just in Japanese.
Oh no, here it is, 13.2.
Oh shit. Okay, 13.2%
Yeah,
juice
that's,
box, baby.
Like 8 ounces, probably.
That's what I
180
remember looking at the
milliliters.
box, and that's what I couldn't find.
180 milliliters, right there.
Oh, nice.
You know what's cute is on the back of the
I
juice
didn't look
box.
very hard. I
It's
didn't
the
look very
butt.
hard. Oh, it's the back of the dog,
It's cute. Okay, let's give it a little taste.
and it's like teal and like off orange. Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. That's
Ooh.
that's good stuff. That
Strong too.
yeah, that'll wake you up. I feel like an idiot for having this little juice box.
Mama's got her juice. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. What were we talking about? The
I think we were
fucking
talking about ghosts, sleep demons.
sleep demons. No, ghosts is for another day. So we're gonna try
Ghosts?
to not steer into the ghost.
We're not leading into
World.
the ghosts, but we're leading into the sleep demons.
Right.
And I guess now it's time for me to talk about my demons, my sleep demons.
Right. Because if I remember correctly, you've had for sure the hag.
Yes, that's a big one.
And okay, I do want to preface your stories with the fact that there are different kinds of sleep paralysis in general that influences like what you're hallucinating.
Okay, sure. Run me through that. I don't know about this.
So there's intruder, which is where the
Uh-oh.
demons come in, which is you're hallucinating like a dangerous.
That's where the demons come into play.
You're right,
Intruder.
the intruders. But
Well,
you're
we got this one called Intruder.
hallucinating that there is like a dangerous presence in your bedroom, basically.
Sure. Okay.
Like, which would be someone standing in the corner, or like
Alarms
technically
going off.
my hallucination of Brad, even though it wasn't threatening, would be an intruder sleep paralysis because it's someone in the bedroom that wasn't there, like isn't actually there.
There's no one in that room, but you're perceiving someone. Okay.
Yeah. There is the incubus,
Ooh, sexy.
which, yeah, that's really sick. Come on.
Oh, that's succubus.
No, they're both the way that
Are they both
are.
sexy?
No, neither of them are sexy. Sexual assault is not
Succubus is
sexy.
sexy. Succubus is sexy. It's like gets you horned up and then like
Yeah,
sucks
that's
your soul.
still
And
no.
dick.
Okay, actually, not fun fact.
Not
Succubi.
fun fact.
Succubi are born of incubi, R-wording people. So you're basically having a demon baby.
Oh shit.
Yeah, not cool.
I had to.
Not cool
I
at
will
all.
admit, using R word as a term, I had to run through a few.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
And I'm pretty sure the incubus.
So succubus is like the child of an incubus.
Well, like you will have a succubus child as a human woman if an incubus has attacked you in the night. Succubi will
Right.
also attack men, but
Sure.
I think they're more like they possess the man.
They
Like
seduce.
it's not a trying to. They both seduce. It's just incubus
Yeah.
is male version and succubus is female.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So the incubus
And-
version of sleep paralysis is the sensation that something's laying on you and like suffocating you.
Oh, okay. So like the demon that's on your chest.
Right.
I've never had that. I've never had the incubus.
Yeah.
Incubi.
Me
I've
either.
never been incubated.
And then the last one is vestibular motor, which
Whoa,
is
okay.
the sensation that you are having an out-of-body experience, or that you're moving, or
Oh,
can be
yeah.
a good sensation, like you're flying or you feel really relaxed or something.
Oh. Is that the one like where you're like, you suddenly, you like trip and then like you jolt
I
and you
think
wake
it's
yourself up?
related
Okay.
'cause
That
you're
happens,
in
that
that
happens to me
same...
every once in a while.
Oh, that happens to me all the time. And I also like throw myself. Like I'm always
Oh.
so dramatic about it.
Yeah.
Like the whole bed is just like, whoa.
Whoa.
So the vestibular motor hallucination would be like the doll story that I told you about, where I'm hallucinating that
Oh,
I'm getting up
you
and walking
hallucinate.
over to
Because
the doll.
you weren't actually, obviously you
No.
weren't actually doing that. Yeah.
Right. I was still in my... And the way my brain is like perceiving these things is it's like 1 foot in reality, 1 foot in dreaming. So as I would think that I'm walking, it was like, oh, I can't like hallucinate the end of this journey. So you're just going to go back to being in bed. And that's why
Right.
I'd like be moving my legs and be like in my bed again, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because you don't really like, when you're doing sleep paralysis, like obviously like the paralysis side of things, that's true. Like you can't move. It's hard to move.
But that's because your brain, when you're in REM sleep and you're dreaming, if our brain didn't paralyze us, you would like be acting out what's happening in your dream. So it's like
Right.
a safety measure.
The brain suppresses your motor functions.
Right.
It's
And
like a health and safety.
yeah, it's an OSHA thing for our
Yeah,
brains.
actually, it's actually
But
it's
like,
actually it's a NAFTA thing.
yeah. Wait, what?
North, but never mind. We
The
don't have to dive in.
Trade association?
Yeah, I was gonna get. There's a trade association bit.
How? I'm not seeing the connection.
42.5. Cut Will making a NAFTA joke because he was actually trying to make he said the wrong thing. He was trying to make what's the thing that Russia hates?
NATO.
NATO. I was trying to make a NATO joke. I said NAFTA.
I'm still not getting the trade.
Well, it would have been. I could have like riffed on it more if it was a NATO joke.
Okay.
Anyway,
And we're back.
and we're back.
Yeah, so sleep paralysis is basically we have that function in our bodies that paralyzes us while we're sleeping, so we don't like jolt around and fucking jump out of windows and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like a glitch in our brain that just like the brain says, hey, we're about to be done sleeping, and the part of the brain that says, okay, great, I'm going to unparalyze, they don't connect. So we're done sleeping, but the brain
Yeah.
is like, God, hang on.
And that's where the demons come in. They're like, hey, now's our chance. Now we can get in here and have some fun.
Absolutely, for sure.
Because we're both
So-
in agreement that these things are real, that these are like real experiences. And everything we see is honestly true.
I guess I can be in that camp for the sake of this.
For the sake of my stories, you better be. Because my stories are scary as hell.
They are scary. And I'm not saying that they're not scary at all.
And if they're not real, then that
And-
means you're illegitimizing my experience.
I would say you've only
So-
had the intruder hallucinations, right? Of all the stories
Yeah.
you've told me.
Yeah, it's definitely been that one. It's never been, no one's sitting on my chest, no thinking I'm getting out of bed or moving around, rooting
Mhm.
around, no farting
Well,
around
except
down
for
there.
the one with the hag.
Oh, yeah, but I don't really get out of bed.
Okay, let's hear the
That one's-
story and then we'll discuss.
Okay, we're going to start with the big one. We're going to start with the hag story.
Do you want to start with the smaller?
Yeah, let's start with, okay, so let's start with when you and our good friend Matt visited in Toronto. That one.
Oh, that one's so creepy.
That one's good. Let's start there. Okay.
Okay, this is this is what we've discussed before that we're gonna retell, right?
We have this is we've talked about this on an unaired episode that
Will never
likely
be
will
aired.
remain so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's tell this. Let's tell the story
So,
at the beginning, which is that we went to
from the top, folks.
from the top.
And you know what? We're going to take the story from the top.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
And you know what? That story we're going to take from the top.
No, so we were just walking around Toronto because we were visiting, and we went to the
So Alexa and our friend Matt are
necropolis.
visiting me in Toronto.
Which already was a bad move, I feel like. It was cool.
Yeah, I lived next to a graveyard, which was fun. I spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, you could tell.
And this is my grave days of hanging out, living next to a graveyard.
But we went into what the fuck is it called?
So we go for a walk. I say, hey, do you guys want to go to the necropolis? And you're both like, hell yeah. Yeah, sure, why
Yeah,
not?
that sounds great. I love walking through graveyards, especially in the broad daylight.
In middle
It was
of the day.
2 p.m.
It's a nice summer day. It's like late July.
Yeah, it was pretty nice, actually.
Fucking beautiful. And yeah, so we go to the necropolis. The chapel is open.
Which is
with
the a mausoleum. Yeah.
Yeah, the mausoleum. You can go in there and there's a lot of there's the
chambers of just people's remains.
The
Just
ash
cuddies.
chambers.
The file cabinet of people.
Yeah. Okay. So you go ahead.
Okay, so we're walking in and we're looking around, and the chapel's really cool and beautiful, and everyone's just kind of you guys were ahead of me because I was trying to be tentative and take it in and whatever.
Yeah,
And
I've been in there before.
Looking at one place, you guys go out the exit, which is creepy in it. Why did they have to make it a maze to get out of it's one person wide, stone, the creepiest
How could you
thing.
make such a small mausoleum a maze? Yeah.
So I turned to follow you guys, and the second I turned, I would just felt full body tingles and got almost a pit in my stomach, but it was kind of nauseous feeling too. And I was just like, oh, that's weird. And so I just followed you guys out, and I kept feeling super tingly, ASMR feelings, honestly, really tingly scalp, and my whole my extremities were really tingly, and my stomach was all in knots. And then as we walk further away from the mausoleum, it starts subsiding, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Maybe I just whatever. And we're following you. You hang a right all of a sudden and start walking through the graves.
I cut off. I just trailblaze right off the path.
We're on a path, a paved
We're on
road.
a paved road through the cemetery where utility trucks would use grave trucks, carts, corpse carts.
Right. Corpse carts would
be
use
riding
these roads.
around. These were the horses of the damned.
And you just hook a right all of a sudden.
I hook a right into onto the grass because I know where the oldest graves are because I spend so much time here.
I look back at Matt, and he's just and so we start following you, and I go, hey, Will, where are we going? And you just kept walking, and you were doing your Will walk that we make fun of you for doing, just
my
very
slow
deliberate, 1 foot, 1 foot. What? And your arms are hanging by your sides, you don't swing your
arms are getting
when you
longer
do
and longer.
that.
And
my
hands are
I keep being Will,
wisps.
Where are we going? And you wouldn't answer me, so I was I guess maybe he's trying to keep it a secret. And then we get to the oldest grave, and you just turn around and go, cool, right? And I'm just dude, I've been
hey, this is cool.
talking to you for the whole, and that was a minute walk. It was a decent.
Yeah, it gets tough.
trail.
It's tough to get down there because the terrain is very uneven.
It's on top of a hill.
Yeah, we're starting at the top of the hill. We're working our way kind of down the side of the hill to get to the oldest grave.
And I was I've been talking to you this whole time, and you're oh, I didn't hear that. And I'm
yeah, I didn't hear a thing. I didn't hear a single thing you were saying to me.
That's so weird. So anyway, we get done there and we go back to your apartment because it's summer and we just had a few drinks and we had a big brunch and we were like, let's go lay down.
Yeah, let's go like this. Let's like chill out.
Something flies off your wall, which can be explained, honestly, but it was like on a hook or on a nail,
okay,
right?
Yeah, so we all were chilling out. Yeah, there's a broom on a hook on a wall and it falls.
Like a drafting broom, right? Like a little handheld.
Yeah, a little handheld little brush.
It just clatters to the ground. Me and Matt are in the living room like, what the fuck was that? We have the door wide open, too. So I'd like to say it could have been a breeze, but
unlikely.
Still
very unlikely that a breeze knocked that thing off a hook.
So hot.
Yeah, my shop apartment with no AC.
Oh my God, that was the real nightmare.
Yeah, that I lived in for 3 years.
Oh God, I can't imagine. I have like so many windows in this house and it's just like in the dead of summer. Just like, oh my God, every window's open.
So
that happens and we're all freaked out. We go about a day.
Yeah, we
have the rest of the trip.
We have a great time. The next day, y'all leave. Y'all head back to Pearson, catch a flight to wherever the hell. I guess Matt catches a flight and you drive. You drive to Buffalo. Matt flies to Dallas. And that afternoon, after y'all have left, I catch a nap on my couch. And I'm laying on my back. Classic sleep paralysis move.
Yeah, dude, that's why I don't fall asleep on my back. It freaks me out.
I love falling asleep on my back. I'm just like,
I do too,
demons,
but I'm
come on in.
So scared that it's going to trigger sleep paralysis.
Give me the demons. Give me the demons. Bring them all. And so at my apartment, the door was in the back. The front door was in the back of the place, and there was like a shared courtyard with my neighbor and I shared a little courtyard space. I'm asleep, so I think. And all of a sudden, there's like a dinner garden party happening in my courtyard.
Okay.
And I'm just on my couch, like kind of like, what? Oh, a lot of people back there. Like, oh, a lot of things going on.
Oh, he's having a little get together.
Yeah, people. Oh, my neighbor's
having.
And
he was a pretty like outgoing guy, so there's no like.
Oh yeah, very much. Yeah.
It's not like out of the realm of possibility that he would have like 10 people out there like hanging out.
Yeah, it would have been the first time that he had that many people over at once.
But it's not like
I would have been like, oh, he's having people over and he didn't invite me. Oh, what the hell? So all these folks are just coming in and out. They're like setting a big table. I'm like, oh, this is cool. All right, they're just having a good time. I'm just on my back, on the couch, kind of like watching from afar. And yeah, you would ask me when I was telling you about this. You would ask me like, because the clothing was all like, all over the place.
Like it was very what's the word? Anachronistic.
Anachronistic for sure. There was like a lot of like, they were like, I remember specifically like a tailcoat top hat guy sitting at the table.
That, dude.
But he wasn't looking at me. He was at the table in the courtyard.
Yeah, but
just like just having a good time.
Creepiest outfit in the world is
and
tailcoat,
a lot of other
top hat.
people too in like Victorian dresses, but also like 70s, 80s, like people like all kinds of clothing, all like hanging out.
Just thinking about this, dude. It's so
and then
creepy.
at one point, a woman came into my apartment with a bike, like a bicycle.
No.
And asked me if she was like, can I like store this bike in here? And I was like, yeah, sure. That's cool. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And then like just like propped the bike up against the wall and like went back outside. And I was like, okay, cool.
Were they coming through your like bug curtain? Or was there no bug curtain in this like
I think there was no bug
hallucination.
Curtain in this. I don't remember specifically. I don't think there was. I don't think there was a curtain.
Okay.
That would be cool though.
If they're like actually coming through it, that would be even creepier.
I don't remember the curtain coming into play. I had one of those stupid curtains with the magnets down the middle. For people who know about those that keep the bugs out but not the air.
Genius. I mean, in Toronto, big genius because it's flies and mosquitoes coming out of every fucking hole.
When my front door is a big steel door.
And you had no windows, so you had to keep that door open. Yeah, skylights. Like we're ants
insane.
under a fucking magnifying glass. Like
Yeah, I am the ant.
yeah.
And I live in the shadow of the magnifying glass.
Dude, truly sleeping in your living room, like taking a nap in the afternoon in your living room on the floor was just like
Because the
my skin is bubbling.
the skylight was like 2.5 by 2.5 feet, so the sun would literally
Huge.
be like a magnifying part,
Yeah.
just like moving across the room.
Truly, it was
And if it hit you, you
worst.
were done.
you were. Like you
What
could
an
get a
insane
sunburn,
apartment.
like a bad sunburn, if you stayed under there too long.
Yeah, it was not UV protected. That skylight.
And the thing was somehow like it just moved all like there was no spot in that room that was safe. Like
No,
it didn't
anywhere
move
is
in an
fair
arc
game.
like you thought it would be. It was like a fucking snake. Like, it just
Yeah.
moved to every part of the like I'm
The
trying to
sun
like
knew
put
where
my
you
head
were.
like under the sink and it's just like, gotcha.
So that was a wild sleep paralysis moment.
Yes. That it's weird that it happened after a weird experience at the necropolis.
After you brought a demon home from the graveyard.
I straight up said out loud in that graveyard, I'm glad you had a good time with me, but please stay here. Don't come with me. Because
Hey,
I
maybe
don't
they
know
came
what else
with me.
to
They,
do.
maybe they came
It
up.
was
Maybe
like,
like
I'm still going to come with you.
maybe they were like, we had a good time too. We're gonna have a garden party in your friend's courtyard and
Yeah.
kind of not really, but kind of freak them out.
Right. So that was a non-threatening experience that you had.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Which
I
I
wasn't
would
freaked
still
out at all.
argue is an intruder hallucination.
Well, yeah, I don't know who that woman was, and I don't want her bike in my apartment.
It's still
Her-
there. Oh my God, it's still there.
It's the ghost bike is still there.
Oh yeah, what happened when you woke up? Like, you just really woke up and like looked around and there's no bike and no one's out there and
Yeah,
you're
I-
just kind of like,
I
huh.
was out of it. When I woke up, it took me a moment to like really like come to and figure out like, cause she like came over to me and talked to me.
like
she was
came
like,
over and was like, hey, it's okay if I like put this here, right? Like kind of
yeah,
thing.
she was like standing over me, talking
Yeah.
to me, asking me about the bike thing. And I was like,
He's like leaning. Oh, I have had another intruder sleep paralysis. Someone was leaning over me, but it also wasn't scary. The only scary thing was the one last weekend where someone pulled my hair while I was laying in bed. But
there-
this one, I was in that same room with the built-in, but my bed was in a different configuration because I was undiagnosed ADHD and had to rearrange my room every like 2 weeks to like build some sort of like serotonin or dopamine or something. So I had rearranged my bed. And I'm laying in my bed, and at this point, it's a mattress on a floor because I don't know why. That's what I wanted. I wanted box spring mattress floor. That's it. But I like wake up. I'm laying on my back. I look up, and there's a woman like literally bent over, like in my face, and I'm just like, huh. And she wasn't doing anything. She wasn't like. It was like a very relaxed face. She wasn't even smiling, but she wasn't looking like blank. Like it was just like kind of someone like as
just
if
kinda
someone
neutral,
was looking
neutral
at
face. Yeah.
me. Just like, are they asleep? Like kind of look. And I like looked at her and she just like was looking at me and I was just like, all right. And like I went back to sleep.
Great. Sounds good. Okay, cool. Talk to you later.
Sure. Yeah. I'll if
all
you
right,
have
hell
anything
yeah.
to say to me, then oh
Sick,
my God,
yeah.
it just started snowing.
Oh, that
Again.
sucks. Yeah, it looks like it's about to snow here. Anyway,
Yeah, so sorry. That just I completely forgot about that experience. Anyway. So, that one, not very threatening, but
That one-
intruder.
you know what? Hey, lady with the bike, she can come back anytime. She was kind of cute.
Okay. All right.
Weird ghost lady with the bike. You can store your bike at my apartment anytime.
You just invited a ghost into your house.
You can lean your bike against my wall rudely anytime.
You can suck my bus. Succubus.
Excuse me? You can
Succubus.
suck my bus?
Succubus.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
You could store your bike outside, actually, bitch. Okay, you know what?
You can come in, but the bike stays out there, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, you can come in anytime. Bike, those tires look muddy. Leave them outside. There's like ectoplasm all over those bike tires. I don't want that.
I would actually like to move next to the Gerald encounter because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
technically this counts as an incubus hallucination.
Is your cat an incubus?
During an incubus hallucination, a person may feel like they are suffocating or that something is pressing on their chest.
1 hour and 25 seconds. Cut Will saying that Gerald was trying.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. All right. So Gerald, my cat, he is a very cuddly cat.
Beautiful Russian blue. The
Yes.
cuddliest, my favorite cat in the world.
He's an amazing cat. He's just the best cat ever.
He's got a little got a little attitude now that you have 2 stories. Now you have 2 floors. He's a little bit high on the high horse.
Also high on the fucking vent in the bathroom.
He's fucking strung out.
Literally.
He is just like doped up on just pure heat.
So doped all the time. Every time
It's
I go in there to go
insane.
to the bathroom, I look at him and he's just like,
Dude, I used to when I would go in when I would go in there to like take a piss. I would like take him out of the room because it was weird. Like, I don't want your cat in the room while I'm pissing. Now it's like, no, like he's truly like
he doesn't even know you're there.
He's
so fucked up.
He has no idea. He's truly just so strung out on that vent of heat, like just fully sprawled.
I'm worried what's gonna happen when the heat comes off for the season.
Yeah, when you cut his supply.
Yeah, dude, he's going cold turkey and
in more ways than one.
Not gonna be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. No,
Okay,
but yeah,
so-
your cat rules. Very nice cat.
Which is why this hallucination is so like not hit. He is never in the almost 8 years that I've had him. He has never once bitten or scratched me, at least on purpose. Like he has done the like I want to get away from you and the claws just happen to come out kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he's never like batted at me or bitten me. Like
to be fair, I don't know that he did this time either.
No, but I mean it's just I don't think he did at all. I think
Yeah.
But it's just what the hallucination was is like out of character is what I'm saying.
Right.
Especially okay, there's a lot of things that are out of character.
So this is just
about
like
this.
I don't know. This is a week, like Friday, Saturday night. I'm asleep. This is when you live in North Texas in Denton.
Yeah.
I'm asleep on your couch,
Uh-huh.
visiting from Toronto, and I wake up and in the middle of dead of night, the witching hour, as they say.
Of course it was.
What is that, like 3 to 5, 3 to 4?
I think the actual witching hour is 3, but like around that time is like
Okay.
because the argument is that 3 is when the veil is thinnest, like during the time of our day.
That's when the veil between the thread between realms.
It grows taut.
The lace is pulled. The sheer. Okay, never mind. Anyway, so I wake up and Gerald is like
becomes mesh.
The cheesecloth. So I wake up, I'm on my back, and Gerald is like, do that typical thing that cats do where they're like asleep between your legs.
Yeah, he loves sleeping between the legs, like between the knees where that like pocket
between the
opens
knees.
up.
Exactly. He's between the knees.
He loves that spot.
And I wake up and I'm like, "Oh, Gerald, you're here." You don't think I'm a huge piece of shit. And then I like look at him and it's just like it's like dark and he's just like cat, like perfectly perched like a sphinx. I'm like, Gerald, what's going on with you? This is weird. And then all of a sudden, like from every side of him, like 8 cat arms with claws extended, like all like shoot out, kind of like the Thing, like a weird like spider demon. All these legs just shoot out and then go and just like claw right into both of my like calves, into like the sides of my legs. I'm like, oh shit. Fuck. And like it hurts so bad. And I just have all
'Cause
these,
you've
I have like
got-
a million cat talons in my legs. I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't move. And I'm like, I start kicking. And then I wake up and I realize, and then Gerald's like, and like jumps away.
He's like rude, and he like
Yeah, Gerald's like, you ass. Why did you suddenly start kicking so much?
right. Well, because you became a fucking demon.
Yeah, because Gerald, you suddenly had 10 legs full of claws. And you decided to plunge them all into my flesh.
That's why
My
I say
mortal
that's
coil.
an incubus, because you were like being like sat upon and put in pain. You know what I mean? Like,
it hurt like hell.
dude, that's why.
hurt
Did you ever
so-
check your legs and see like
Oh, it was
if there
fine,
was
yeah.
anything?
I mean, I had
yeah.
like jeans on, and the jeans weren't like scratched up
You
or
were
anything.
sleeping in your jeans.
Yeah.
Was it during winter? Because that house was made of paper, so I could understand.
It must. I think it was. I think it was like December.
Oh, like a Christmas visit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that house didn't have studs. All the windows were painted shut and made of plexiglass.
Hey, the only studs in that house were the occupants.
Hey, you know it.
Um,
I wish I had
Yeah,
more
that-
of these little juice boxes. I love
did you
it
already
so
suck that thing
much.
dry?
No, it's like halfway done.
Did you already suck its bones out of its head?
Did you already suck that bus?
Is that dog an incubus?
All right. Okay, so then so you've had all three, because the
was
worst
the-
one that we're going to talk about
Oh, the worst one.
should be the vestibular motor, if I were to attribute.
Well, let me tell you
Tell-
about that, and
tell
then you tell me.
I've heard it before, and here's the thing. I'm trying to stay like arm's length from ghost and paranormal, because we want to do a ghost and paranormal episode. So in that episode, I would be, suspending my disbelief, like with you on this journey. But I feel like today, since we're speaking about sleep paralysis, I have to be more of the skeptic, the science-based, I have to come from that angle on this story.
Right.
So anyway, tell this story and we'll discuss.
Okay, so I'm in my bedroom. Calming.
Yes, okay. No, let's reset here. We are doing the final, scariest
The final and scariest
sleep
well,
paralysis episode that you've
final,
had.
Because at the moment, these are the three instances of sleep paralysis that stand out to me that I can think of, like, off
Right.
the dome.
Yeah, while we were
There's countless more.
breaking, I was thinking, like, I think I've had other ones, but where it's just literally like, oh, I've woken up. Oh, I can't move. Damn it, sleep paralysis. And you just kind of wait it out.
That's it.
Or like you can hear like a sound and you're like, I can't, like, I gotta just wait until my body's like, okay, now you're awake for real. And
Okay,
you can
yeah.
like go investigate the sound or, whatever
I
it is.
have a lot where I'm in the setting that I'm in and just
Mhm.
things are happening.
Uh-huh.
And like
Like a dinner party.
a dinner
Hot
party,
babe,
like hot babe
dropping
asking me if she
the
can leave
bike
her
off, yeah.
bike on just trounce her bike on inside. Why not? Waits till after she's already brought the bike in too. Like, kind of
Right,
rude.
she wheels it right in and she's like, can I put this in here? And it's like, I mean, it's here already, I guess.
think I almost thought that in the moment too. I was like, well, it's there, so
Of
I
course
guess
you would.
I don't see why not. Far be it from me to be rude. So
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the rude one in this situation.
yeah, I don't want to suddenly be the rude one here.
Yeah,
Hey, here's
like a
mud in
bunch
my
of like
eye.
small, like non-memorable.
Yeah, small potatoes. Literally,
Yeah.
maybe there was like a family of small potatoes running around. Like,
Right, and you're kind of like, well, that's cute. Oh, I've
That's
woken
cute.
up. Where's the family of small? Oh,
I was gonna
dreamt it.
gonna grab them and mash them and eat them.
Massacre the family.
I was gonna ogre them. Oh, where's that family of potatoes I was gonna ogre?
As you're like spooning mashed potatoes into your, oh my God,
Here they are, and I'm like,
I'm a
"Oh,
monster.
I'm a monster, but I kind of like it.
Do we have sour cream?
You know what would really go great with this family of mashed potatoes? Some chives.
Damn it. All out. I'm going to run to the store.
Yeah, I'll pop out for a second. Don't go anywhere, family.
And they're just like X's over their eyes. Like
they're just like little spirits
little
floating into
potato
the sky.
spirits with the little tail.
Potato spirits, potato ghosts.
Potato.
And with that,
Why
the episode is
potato
there you go.
ghost so
Potato
funny.
ghosts. Write it down.
Actually, that's a yes. No, you're absolutely right. That's a great
There's a
title.
little peek behind the curtain, folks.
Yeah, a little inside potato baseball. Okay.
So I'm
title.
asleep in my bed. Ooh la la. And it's
Okay, keep going.
and once again it's that favorite time of day, 3 a.m. I actually don't know what time it is. But you know what? Your imagination will fill in the blanks.
It's the calming hour.
The hour of the calm. The night calm. And
Working on my night call. Anyway, thanks, Bob
and
Seger.
so I'm sleeping on my back, of course, as all people do.
As we all do. We sleep like corpses. Some of us face down, some of us face up.
Some of us face down like a dead
Just
animal.
face into
Just-
the mattress
like just
with a snorkel.
truly corpse position.
Corpse,
Madness.
but undiscovered. On your back is corpse discovered.
Corpse unidentified.
Okay, so let's do the story. Okay, so you're
Unmarked. So I'm sleeping unmarked grave position.
face down,
Bullet through the head.
arm over your head, one
Yeah.
leg like kind of splayed.
Ooh, rough. Okay, rough joke. So I'm asleep. Let's go
Okay.
there. I'm just asleep
Yeah, let's
on my
serious.
back.
Okay, sleep on your
Blanket.
back. You wake
There
up.
are blankets.
Right.
There's
As
a pillow.
usual. Sure.
Door is closed.
Of
I don't want my roommates looking at me.
course.
And I wake up and I hear a knocking at my door.
And can you set the tone of where, like, what house are you in? Are you
So
in?
I'm in a 1-story shitty house.
Is this Fort Worth?
Might as well be. So don't mute yourself. Don't even dare.
Okay.
That's not what this pod is. This pod is you're not allowed to mute yourself. What are you
I'm
thinking?
allowed
you
to
just
do
mute
whatever
me?
I fucking want. This is my
You know
pod.
what?
You're replaceable, bud.
Hey, don't remind me. Every day I wake up and I think, oh fuck, is today the
This
day?
is it.
Is this it? Alexa hasn't texted me in 12 hours. If I'm fired.
Oh, dude, this morning when I was asleep, and you're like, "Hey, are we still good for today?"
Hey,
And I
hey, bud.
answered,
Hey, bud, are we good for 3? You're like, an hour later, yeah. It's like, oh no.
"By the way, don't bother preparing."
Yeah. By the way, don't bother coming in today. We're gonna push the record.
I'm actually. We can do this over text. The record. The
Oh,
episode
okay,
today
that makes
is
sense.
gonna
Yeah,
be-
that sounds fine. There's not a lot. There's nothing alarming about that.
Anyway,
Okay.
okay, do the story.
I'm asleep, or so I think. On
Knock,
my back.
knock, knock on the door.
Knock, 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 knock. I say, "Who's there?" And then it's my mom. And my
Who's
mom
there?
says, "It's like who's there?"
Knock, knock, knock.
Hello?
Who's there?
Knock, knock, knock. Hello.
Orange.
Yeah. Orange who?
Aren't you glad it's me, your mom?
Ah, oh, yes, I am. I'm glad it's you. That's actually fine that it's you. It wouldn't be fine if you were a hag.
Wait a minute.
But hold
Let's hear
on.
the rest of the story.
There was my first mistake. So my mom walks into my room and I'm like, kind of like leaning up in bed. I'm like, what's up? What's wrong?
Like
What's
on
going
your elbows. Like,
Yeah, I'm on my elbows. Like, what's going on? What the hell? What the fuck, Mom?
Mom, get out of here.
Mom, this is my room. You don't live here. Why are you walking in your PJs?
In the middle of the night, in the house I don't live with you in.
Yeah, I don't live anywhere near you.
I'd argue that was your first mistake.
My first mistake was realizing,
hey, Mom, what's up?
Yeah, hey, what's going on? What's wrong? Everything okay? And so she like kneels next to my bed.
No, I hate that. I don't know why kneeling next to the bed. Like, my mom would never.
This is where
neither of my parents would. So, like, it's just like, what you do
kind
down
of in the
there,
position
Mom?
of like in the position of like when I was a kid and my mom would like tuck me in.
She's like giving you the specials.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Like, okay, I'm gonna demonstrate this on video, but I'm gonna describe what I'm doing as I do it. Okay.
Okay, don't go too far from the mic though.
You're a server. And
yes,
you're a fun
she's
server.
Kind of, yes.
And you, hey folks, so and you're like you got your arm on the table,
okay.
like
you're
kind of
very out of
dangling.
frame, but yeah,
I know, but you're kind of on the table like squatting, and you're like,
oh yeah,
all right, folks. So here's what can I get everyone? Are we drinking today? Okay, ladies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're having fun, right? Haha, yeah.
A little
have those drinks,
like a squat, like you're gonna shit.
Yeah, have those mimosas right out.
Oh, and I'll keep them coming. You just tell me when.
Yeah. Hey, you don't tell me when you need another. You tell me when to stop.
Exactly. Okay, ladies. I'll see you later. I'll go get that cheese in right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
So your
Except
mom's being the cool server.
I'm not being sold on mimosas. I'm not being sold on a trip to hell.
And that's what we're like. No. Okay.
And that's when I had made my first mistake.
There's every mistake is the first.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, what's up? I lay back down. That was my first mistake. I lay back down, and she puts her like hand on my like chest to like comfort me. And here's where I make my first mistake.
Okay.
I reach up with my right hand to like. Because she's
Hold
coming in from
hand?
my left. She's from my left side. And I reach up with my right hand to like grab, like touch her hand, like on top of it. And as my hand touches her hand, it's bone and sinew. And like, it's like dead. It's like a dead hand.
Like decomposed.
Like skeleton zombie hand.
Corpse undiscovered.
Corpse.
For a long time.
Corpse discovering
Cold
me
case.
hand. Yeah. Yes. Cold case hands. This is what we in the biz call a case of the cold case hands. And that's when I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, Mommy?
Mom?
Are you okay?
And that's when I look at her and she's like gone, and it's now like where her head is, it's now like a vortex. Like a dark void.
Fuck?
And it starts like...
Is it like human head shaped?
No, it's
just like... No, it's like a swirling...
It's like a swirling...
What the fuck?
And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it starts...
What the fuck?
It starts enveloping me.
No!
And I'm like trying to move and I can't move. And it starts pulling me off the bed.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't move. And I'm being pulled off the bed. And it's very warm. It's very like comforting. That's what's creepy too. I'm
that
like
is
calm.
Creepy.
I'm like comforted. I feel
it's like come here. Like
yeah, I feel
okay
like a
here.
very like inviting feeling. Is this like literally a warm void is like surrounding me.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Tell that to your dates.
Yeah. Hey.
Very comforting when your warm void surrounds me.
There's one thing I love. It's being surrounded by a comforting warm void. Let me tell you. And so I realize I can kick my legs. And of course, as you always can, you can start like, oh, I can't move, but I can move my legs a little bit. And I start kicking, and I start kicking more and more, and like they're not moving. And finally they kick, and it like jolts me. And from my perspective, the vision is this weird black void like circles back into like a singular point and disappears. And I fall off the bed.
Right.
I was like hanging over the edge of the bed, like my waist and up. My waist
Yeah.
up was like over the side of the bed, and I fell out of my bed.
See, and so this, the argument I have with this, because I am the skeptic today, right? I am
This is your subject. This is your show.
I know, but there's a basis in science for this, for the purpose of this show. I'm being this person. Because in the ghost episode, baby, I'm going to believe every single little dumb thing you tell me.
Baby, I'm gonna believe
every little dumb thing that you tell me. So I would argue that you, because you're in this middle dream but awake state and you're paralyzed, you're obviously hallucinating.
Clearly, I hope.
You're hallucinating, but the thing is that the vestibular motor hallucination makes you feel like you are moving, whether or not that is of your own volition, right? Like it can make you feel like what you would be hallucinating. My argument is you were actually moving yourself off the bed by like thrashing and trying to get out of this situation. But in your dream, you're being dragged. So that's why you wake up like in the position that you were dragged to. But in reality, you were like thrashing and moving yourself to the edge of the bed.
But how did I fall?
Because you like
But how did I not?
yourself.
How did I not fall earlier?
Because you didn't get to the edge of the bed in reality.
Well, no, because when I fell, I'm like my waist up is like floating, and then I fell out of bed. Like I hit the ground.
Describe better for me the position you're in relation to the bed before and after you fall.
Like waist up, I'm hanging over the edge of the bed, enveloped in void. I've been dragged off the bed. And then when I wake up,
you just like drop.
I just drop.
Okay.
And hit the ground, and it hurt.
And
it hurt.
My guess would be that because you were in the paralysis state, you were stiff enough that you were kind of holding yourself up almost.
Maybe, yeah.
And then once you woke up, you kind of like dropped out of the paralysis state and dropped to the ground.
Yeah, I was like rigid.
You're right. And you're kind of like tensing all your muscles like over the edge of the bed because you can do that. I mean, I do that all the time.
That's totally
That's what
possible.
I do to like grab my phone after I accidentally like yeeted it off the bed.
Right.
Like, I have to like really tense everything and kind of go on down, and I'm like hinged at the waist, you know?
You're like extending your legs to like counterbalance.
Yeah, exactly. You're like doing that because you're in this paralysis state and you're also mentally very tense. So you're like tensed up.
Yeah.
And once you woke up for real, all of that like kind of dropped and you just like, whoa, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was scary.
Now in the ghost episode, retell this story real quick and then we'll see what my answer is because I believe a lot of dumb shit.
If we're talking about ghosts, maybe we're going to be talking about a different kind of ghost, different kind of story. Talking about horses, talking about chains.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Different things.
Different chains, different horses. Hey, that's a story for a different horse.
Yeah, we were horse ghosts.
Okay, wait, that's another good title idea.
There you go. And hey, I'm full of them. Thank you for joining us this evening. There is the retelling of our 5 really cool sleep paralysis stories.
Really cool, really interesting. Hey, you know what?
Really fun.
Comment down below or wewerehorseGirls@gmail.com. Tell us your really creepy.
Your story.
You know what's the most interesting thing is when someone else tells you about their dream.
It's boring as hell. You know what's great? Yeah, you know what people
I love to hear is how you were with your friend, but they weren't your friend, and you were at your childhood home, but it wasn't your childhood home.
Yeah, that's a good thing you bring. So I've always contended this, and I've never done it because I have no interest in telling people about my dreams because I know that they're boring as hell to anyone else.
I'll tell people about my dreams only if I know it's a good story. Like I'll tell myself the story in my brain.
Right.
And if I'm like, there's a conclusion, then I do it.
I've always wanted to do this, like have someone try this. There's like a hypothesis. Like
Okay.
I posit this idea.
We're in the science portion of the episode.
Okay, scientific time.
Everyone put on your coats, your white coats.
Get those goggles on, closed-toed shoes.
You got it. Closed-toed shoes and socks.
And if you don't know where the eye wash station is, and you know what? If you have to use the shower, you got to take all your clothes off first, bitch.
You
Sorry.
do. You have to.
Sorry,
it's
is everyone gonna get horny in the lab? Yeah.
Maybe. If you're cute. Okay.
If you're cute.
If you're not, you can tell if we're all horny or not, and you'll have your answer. Anyway.
Yeah, that's the best way to tell, actually. Splash some chemicals on yourself.
Get some acid on you, go to the station, and we'll see if we get a couple tents going. Okay.
Count the tents.
Count the hazmat tents, and you'll have your answer. So you're positing.
Okay. Yeah. My posit is, if you want to tell someone about your dream, just don't preface it with that it's a dream. Change the characters, change the proper nouns, and preface it as like an idea for a story or something. Preface it as an idea for something.
I feel like that's actually good, because the second you're like, here's this idea for a story, and you like, your brain is like, that's a horrible story, then you have your answer. Don't tell your story.
Yeah. And if your brain still defies you and says that's still good, you can then
you can do it and then have your friends tell you that it's fucking stupid.
Tell your unsuspecting friend about whatever
dumb idea. Can I tell you a dream that I had?
Can you tell me about a really good story idea you had?
Sticks with me to this day.
Yeah.
I can't remember the lead up, but basically me and Ryan were hanging out, and he went to we're in a restaurant, and he goes to a booth where he's hanging out with someone else, and he's having like a great time. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this person? I go over to the booth. I look at the person he's with. It's me.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's sick. That's a cool dream.
And
story idea.
And everyone that's involved, I'm like, what the fuck? And everyone's like, what is your problem? And I'm just like, what the hell? And then I start turning into a Russian nesting doll.
Oh, okay. This is getting cool.
At the beginning, I want to say it was Sid in the dream. She gives me what's called moon juice, and it actually looked really cool.
Nice.
It was a liquid
I want some of that.
Looked like stained glass, like in the top.
Hell yeah.
And I drank, because I was in this part of my life where if someone handed me something, I was going to take, they're like, this will make you trip. And I'm like, okay, great. let's
That's
do
all
it.
I want. Why didn't say no more?
And we go to the restaurant, and it's like, I'm coming up on the trip. I see myself in the booth, and everyone's like, what's wrong with you? This is, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's me. You guys, that's me. And then I start freaking out. My jaw starts going, and I can't stop it from happening. And my mouth is just like open in a scream.
Nice. That's cool.
And out of my mouth starts coming little me's.
Whoa. It's awesome.
Dude, it was so scary, though, that I like myself awake.
Yeah.
Because I was so scared, like my heart's pounding. Oh my God, it was a scary dream. But it was also like, looking back on it, knowing it's a dream and knowing that it happened like 15 years ago, I'm like, that's wild. That's pretty cool. Like, that's some surreal, like,
I like
that's
that.
some like holy mountain, like, level.
Truly, yeah, that's some Jodorowsky.
Yeah.
You are El Topo.
Anyway, so that's like the one dream I've ever had that was interesting.
That's the one idea for a story I've ever had.
Oh, I've one time. Have you ever lucid dreamed? Lucid dreamed?
I think lucid. Yeah. What is the right way to say that? Lucid dreamt?
I think
that sounds
technically
right.
That's the right way, but I think ideally it would be lucid dreamed.
Have you ever lucid dreamed?
Because dreamed is a word. Dreamt is a word.
Do lucid,
I think it's lucid dream.
lucid dream of electric dreams.
Okay. But have you ever? I've only done it once.
I think once I realized I was in a dream and I could like manipulate things, but it still wasn't cool.
The only time I've ever lucid dreamt. See, that time that felt right, but I don't like how it sounds.
Sure.
Anyway, the one time I've ever done it, I flew, and it was the best.
That's cool.
Dude, it
That's
was
cool.
sick as shit.
I think I turned myself into like a robot and like had like a machine gun or something.
What?
Yeah. I think I turned myself into like a Gundam.
That's the most boy lucid dream I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to talk about it. I'm pretty sure the one time I lucid dreamt, I was like, oh shit, I can turn into like a flying robot with guns.
But you wasted all your lucidity on turning into the robot.
Yeah, I just blasted everything in the dream. I was like, oh fuck, I'm untouchable. Immediately become a psychic. Yeah, immediately I'm just flying around blasting shit.
Scorched earth on your dream landscape.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay, cool, great, I can lucid dream, done, robot. Turn me in. Yeah.
That's the stupidest.
Fucking no questions asked. Instantly.
Oh, I'm in a dream. Great, robot.
Oh, this is a dream, robot. Turn me into the machine. I'll become
Oh my
it.
god. I have gotten in dreams where I like got close, like where I like knew I was dreaming or knew something weird was happening, but I didn't get to the point where I was like, now I can control, like now I'm in control.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm in a dream, but I'm like, why isn't anything I'm doing working? Like, god damn it.